Jay Bills for Media Spotlight UK, reunited with the one and only Barbie in the building, back in the UK. Well, I mean, Dublin, Ireland in all cases. How are you feeling, first of all?
I'm feeling great. I'm really excited for my fight this weekend. I'm just keen to get into it.
You've always been excited before your fights, and I'm just curious. I mean, obviously, you know, with your fight with Whitney Johns last, like, take us briefly in terms of the emotions you were feeling in lead up to it, and you know, obviously, you know, she could take a chin. Like, you gave her a lot of like boxes to the chin and stuff. So take us through the experience in terms of how you were feeling the whole week, and you know what you were feeling after.
You know, I was definitely excited in the lead up, and then I was excited again after, because you know I did what I wanted to do almost, but
Yeah, because you were saying you were wanting blood, and you got a bit of it, didn't you?
yeah, I did. You know, I knocked her down, almost out, maybe out if the ref didn't catch her, but.
Because I saw your reaction. It was like, I fucking did it!
I thought I did do it. I thought I did it.
And well, I mean, you did, but like the reaction was just so priceless. Like, you know, you must have seen reaction like multiple times and gone like, wait, did I actually say that?
No, I was excited. Yeah. I told everyone I was excited.
So, I mean, obviously your first time in Dublin. Have you had a chance to explore a bit, or has it literally just been go, go, go for you?
Yeah, I stayed my first week out in the like rural Ireland, out like 4 hours out in West Cork.
Oh wow, okay.
And I just, you know, got to really see all the nature and really just rest my mind and train my body that week, and then come here for all the chaos.
Because you did like the Q&A, and I saw like a picture on your story, like you was on some sort of like, you was like the countryside somewhere. Is that where you were?
Yeah, I was out like seeing castles and stuff, and yeah, having a fun time.
Yeah. So I mean, like, obviously from the weigh-in that you did with Whitney Johns, I just wanted to reflect on that quickly, because I had a lot of comments on the video itself, and one of them that stood out to me was more towards like it should be just more WWE-esque in terms of like you should have sounded a bit more scary the way it, you know, you presented yourself. Like, you know, when do you see where the comments are coming from in terms of like, obviously I know this is not a gimmick for you, this is your real life, but do you see where the people are saying in terms of it should be more WWE-esque in terms of you should have sounded more scary?
I mean, maybe, but I'm weight cutting. I don't have time to put on characters and voices, man. I'm tired.
Well, no, you definitely weren't bringing on a character. It's all you. Like, so I mean, like your Q&A that I saw the other day, and one thing that stood out is that you are inspired by Ronda Rousey, and I was curious about that because obviously she's in the WWE, UFC Hall of Famer. Why would you want to face her as like a dream opponent for you? Like, break that down for me.
Well, when I was younger, you know, I used to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I used to love doing arm bars. So everyone was like, oh, you grew up to be like Ronda Rousey, and you know, obviously I didn't grow up to be like her, but you know, I mean,
No, but you got to throw hands.
Yeah, I did. I mean, there's definitely a trend of like, I guess the influencer boxers fighting retired MMA fighters. So I was like, well,
yeah.
Well, that's a cool retired MMA fighter, you know.
Because I'm hearing that there's rumors that she might return to MMA because she's leaving the WWE soon. Would it matter if you want to face her in an MMA format or in WWE format?
I wouldn't face her in MMA. I would lose that, but I would do WWE or you know, boxing.
Yeah, I mean, crossover, that would be sick. I mean, because I've always been curious. I know that obviously this isn't a character for you, but if you were entering the WWE, like, what sort of like, is there like a character from the WWE that you would translate as far as being you as Barbie if you went to the WWE space?
Well, I'd probably just still be me, but you know, maybe turn up the charm.
Like, just turn it up a notch.
Just turn it up a notch.
Yeah, trust me. And of course, obviously your fight with Emily coming up this Saturday. Did you get a chance to watch her fight with Amber, and how do you reflect on it and seeing it, and what do you think that you'd have the advantage over in terms of her and her techniques?
You know, everyone's had a lot of time to improve, so obviously the main advantage is my size and my strength. You know, last time she fought her friend. I'm not her friend this time.
No friends here.
No friends here. No love in the gloves.
No love in the gloves. Because you said, because it's interesting, you said like, you know, when it comes to weigh-ins and stuff, like, you know, a lot of people, you feel that people would be intimidated by you in terms of your height, but you could argue that Elle is, you know, the shorter opponent in terms of facing Ola, but she won against her fight against Ola. But I mean, Well, I mean, she did publicly say it wasn't her best performance in terms of how she wanted to. But like, how do you see that in that way?
I mean, she really struggled. Like she struggled a lot. And you know, I was there. Ola weighed in way lighter than they were actually like pissed off. They're like, "Why the fuck you coming here so light?" So she was so much like she had to drink. She was kilos under the weight limit, and you know she still gave Elle a run for her money. So I think if I fought her, I would have knocked her out, and she made Elle look terrible.
So should you win your fight against Emily this Saturday, like who do you want to see in the final then?
Well, I think I would like to see Julie for something different because the Brooke'S, they're the same size, they're the same style of fighter, they're the same. It'd just be like a repeat match.
Yeah.
So I'd like to fight Julie for something different, change it up a bit, you know.
Okay. Well, I mean, that could be a possibility. I mean, I wish you all the best with your fight with Emily, and I know things are going to be more intense as the week goes on. I mean, obviously your weigh-in with Whitney Johns was more chill, but I think this time around it might be a bit more, a bit more heated up. Do you reckon?
I mean, she didn't show up to her face-to-face, so I don't think she wanted to talk to me.
We shall very much see. Barbie, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me, and I wish you the best for the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.